What's going on, folks? Taking a walk this evening and I'm feeling a little bit better. I was laying back, getting some rest, and decided to come out, take a walk, stop and talk to you guys. And really, actually, what I wanted to do was I wanted to follow up maybe a couple of videos back. I want to follow up on the video, the narcissistic discussion we were having about narcissism. And, I thought about that and the whole play of things, folks. How do you conform in modern society? Do you understand or appreciate, and I use that word in a special way, do you appreciate the ways of modern society? The things that have afforded you all of the things that you have in the face of people's demises, folks. Conformity. That's the problem. Everybody's on board on that bus or whatever, strapped in. I need some coffee too. But everybody's strapped in, folks. And, and they're watching this impending demise. And everybody's all for it because they think they're prepared. Not realizing that this is greater than you folks. I appreciate many of you people who have subscribed in the past couple of weeks and, giving me comments and, support the videos. And I really thank you guys. And I'm really glad that you're awake. And I really am, because we're here, folks. And you're living, I'm obviously assuming that you're living in a space in your consciousness where you understand this is a day-by-day process. Physically, it's a day-by-day process, just like your lives, but you're watching your material lives manifest into something else, something greater. And the worst of you will see your demises. Now, I have given warnings for the worst of you, but I have also given those warnings for the best of you, because the best of you are going to be part of this new day, folks. Yes, the Lord will spare. Yes, he will spare people whom he has chosen. And we've discussed these things over a period of videos. But let's talk about narcissism. I was looking at something and someone was talking about, their typical day was going to work, working all day, getting home, having just enough time to get some sleep, and then getting up. And that's all of our lives on some level, right? The rat race. Whatever we have to do and conform to, there's that word again, for these people, for their interests and their benefits, while they have their feet propped up on our backs and our necks. All of you. And the worst of you who are just dumb in that worst state, a lot of you don't even realize you're in a pot of boiling water, right? People always talk about these frogs in pots of boiling water, and the frog, you turn the heat up and the frog doesn't know and all that. But the heat has been turned up. And it could literally be turned up on your asses any given day, right? So when we talk about conformity, that day-to-day thing, right? The best of you should be in a place that you're sick of it. And that's why we bring up narcissism, because narcissists run these places, folks, right? The dynamics and the paradigm, if you better word, the paradigms of our society are run by narcissists and set in place by narcissists. The merit systems, the way that they do, and that's why the best of you who work hard and can do the job and are exceptional in many ways, find yourselves in positions where you don't get ahead. You're not gainfully employed, right? You have to shuffle jobs or get more than one job or something. That's everyone's story. Now those jobs don't exist. But those bills still exist, don't they? Now, the greater things in life are what you're provided, folks, in this material reality to survive and live and experience. But reaching for the Most High is the most important thing, right? The heavens do duty, but you always want to honor the heavens. You give your glory to the Most High. I appreciate you viewers who really want to learn some things. And your egos are not in play here, because you're not saying, I know this or this or that, when you realize the greater things, folks. Right? You understand how this is all going to play out, or you're having some type of inkling of understanding as how this is going to go down this road and what you're going to see develop. Yes, you know that the suppressors are going to ramp up. Yes, you know that they're going to try to implement things, but you also are secure in the fact that the Most High Source Creator, Vishnu, is going to protect you folks, right? So, you know, I'm looking around and I'm thinking about all the circumstances. We talk about these other videos and I was asleep. I need some coffee, wake up a little bit. But in the other videos, we talked about all the stuff that these people are doing in society. You know, I talked about one video, I remember talking to you guys about all these newfound homeless people who worked or something and were part of the system, working every day, paying their tax, doing whatever. And then they find themselves in a situation where they can't do these things because they don't have any income. If that was how the system was built, where they don't have that anymore. So then you guys, instead of helping them, because you guys have money, and I remember an old Tupac song, you know, they have money for wars but can't feed the poor. And I want y'all to think about that line. You know, how many billions of dollars go into foolishness? And these people, these so-called leaders, hold these purse strings of these things, and they make decisions to spend money on all kinds of stupid shit. Meanwhile, people are starving. Meanwhile, businesses throw away pounds and pounds of food every day while people are starving. And you guys don't understand that the heavens, who are providing that food for you in duty, they are watching you do this. You're not paying them shit, right? And you don't honor them, because if you gave praise to the Most High God, Source Creator, Vishnu, if you gave Vishnu praise, whom they do it for, then you would be honoring them, right? So when you guys have an Earth Day, that's just something you guys do to put together shit so you guys can get together and talk about agendas to do other shit to control things, energy and resources that you don't really fucking control. You get what I'm saying? And so I said, you know, I told you guys I was going to start issuing some things, but I wasn't going to be doing warnings anymore. The issuances are about the wrath. Remember, I'm being backed, folks. This is not my hand. So whenever you have a problem with something, you can freely at any given moment, because the air that you're breathing is being held. And at any given moment you have a problem, you can sit up in your beds or go out outside your homes or go out in the field somewhere. You can look to the heavens and you can tell the Most High Source Creator that you got a problem and you want him to take care of it promptly for you. See what he does for you. And that's your challenge. Because I told you guys do not need to be playing with the Most High, folks. He is not to be mocked, folks. And this is your challenge, is to get you to see the truth of it, because we're here. This is wrath. When teeth get knocked out, that means it could be your fucking teeth. Do you understand? Nobody's playing with you guys. Right? So what was I saying? I got all over the place here with that. But the point I'm making, folks, is that the narcissists are the people who run your societies and put you in these places where you're suffering and you're in pain every day. And you don't know that you're in a boiling pot of water. And you say, this is great. And you conform. There's that word again. You conform to everything. And you say, there's no problem. Those people don't work hard enough. And you don't see that you have already conformed to everything. And that's why you're getting certain perks that other people aren't. But you're watching those people suffer and you don't have an opinion one way or another. And that's what makes you fools. So when it's time to get done away with, you will go along with the trash, because you are trash. Do you not understand what I'm saying? The whole point I'm trying to get you guys to understand is that, you know, a lot of you live in this day to day, and this is all there is for you. And some of you are cursed on that level where that's all you have. You're going to go away with the trash, and you're going to end up somewhere else, and it's not going to be part of a heavenly experience, folks. You haven't lived that way. So when I talk to you guys about the heavens doing duty for you, making your air, giving you water that you have, and you don't reason that these things cannot be purchased by you on any level. So they are special things, folks. Your air that you breathe is something very special, and the water that you drink, which is still air on some level, is all of this stuff is being, you know, handed to you, and it's done for the purpose of a duty. So you can live in this suit, but who holds the suit? So there's a lot of understandings that you guys don't have, and that's why you make the decisions you make, and you have your wars and you spend your money on everything else but the right things, because you're not equipped. You don't have the sense, you don't have the ability. Then the best of us, the very small lot of us who have that sense, will go on and see a better day, right? And I talked to you guys about that technology, but what I meant was all of the things that we will learn from our neighbors, folks, who don't want to deal with the current leadership because they're fucking fools, folks. You don't think that the heavens have an accurate record of everything you have done. They are day oneers, folks. They have been here. Mama Earth has been here since day one. She is the earth, right? And she has seen man do many things over many periods of time, and this is just the current period, folks, right? And my great blessing is to know her, and through knowing her, actually through knowing the Most High, having his blessing, I am able to know her. And because of that, there are going to be some changes going forward. And we're not talking about warnings, right? On a level where I'm just trying to give you a magic show, because we're past that shit. If you don't believe it, just don't believe it. You'll believe it when you're running for your life somewhere, right? Because the Lord knows who he's going to take out. He's greater than you. And you can't escape that, folks. This is not my hand, but I'm going to tell you some things. So we watched all of these homeless people become, the new thing. People don't have jobs. People are trying to figure out how to feed their families, all of this shit. And the rich people, the people who have all the money, are fighting over if we should give money to these people, to feed themselves and their families and babies and stuff, while we sit in our rich palaces and our nice lavish homes and get our nice paychecks and our nice insurance benefits, and we get all this stuff, and we're fighting over if they should have that. Meanwhile, we can slide off billions of dollars for all kinds of bullshit, like I just said. See, absolute power corrupts absolutely. On a great one. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. And you guys know this, right? And why was that said? That was said because that is what man does and what he's always done, which is being observed by the heavens, folks. Right? So in a new day, there will be justice where these things will not exist on the levels that you have experienced and allowed to happen and have went along with on this bus. Right? See, when you go over that cliff's edge on that bus, the Most High, his hand is extended, and those who will be saved will be raptured in his great hands, folks. And the worst of you, there's nothing you can do about it. See? So I want you guys, and I'll wrap this up. I'm not going to make this long because I'm going to get on with my walk. And we'll follow this up. The narcissist is that person that's putting you in that boiling pot that you just don't understand, because some of you are not awake and you think this is all there is. You haven't seen a greater day. Right? Where technology is given to you in abundance, and you live the way heavenly worlds live. There is no space problem with people living in spaces, folks. All of these things have been solved. The greatest mysteries that our greatest leadership here currently can't understand, because they're fucking devils. Their hearts don't allow them to understand. The Lord is not going to give them that abundance. They're dealing with dark energy, and the technology they get will just take you down a road of destruction. Right? See, they don't even like the internet themselves that they put out. You see what I'm saying? Because it has taken them somewhere. But see, in a new day, we don't need this bullshit. You understand what I'm trying to explain to you? So all of these people living in nice, lavish homes and eat well while people starving on bread lines, and all of these things are impending to get worse over time. And you guys know it. You feel the crunch, right? You know how you stretch your money out this week to eat, just to eat, while some motherfucker in a nice suit sat somewhere and try to figure out your fate in their nice homes. So because they have no control of the ground they stand on, nor do they understand that Mama Earth is the very foundation of their homes in general, and she's greater than them, and they don't understand this. We're going to have some things that we're going to do tonight, a little exercise, just for fun, right? what I'm going to say here is that those people who live in these nice homes and wherever you are, if your heart is not in the right place and you do not serve the Most High Source Creator Vishnu, if you are not part of the new day, if you don't have the vibration and your intentions are of dark energy, or if you deal with dark energy and you're one of these hoarders, these misers who hoard over people and have watched people starve in your nice palaces, then you're going to have a problem. Because see, your homes and all of that nice space is going to be occupied by the creatures of the earth. Now, what do I mean by that? Since I know the creatures of the earth literally, and I know the earth literally, on a great one, we're going to do this. In your homes, because she is the wall of your home, and you're lucky she's letting that foundation stand up over your head tonight while you go to sleep. But just for fun, every rodent, every roach, every squirrel, every fucking grasshopper, cricket, spider, right, that you find under your baseboards in your homes, in the homes of the poor people and in the woods and all these places, they're going to start migrating towards these nice palaces and mansions and stuff, because they need to eat well. Those people are eating well, and the bugs are starving too, because there's a scarcity of food going on. So you people out there, you burns with evil hearts, will find yourselves in situations where you'll be outnumbered by the roaches and the mice and the different things, depending on where you live at, that will occupy your properties. And even outside on the land of this vast land that you have taken from people and have not shared, those things will be taken back by the animals, because it's really the animals, it belongs to them anyway, right? Now, if you have a problem with what I'm saying, go outside of that nice spacious home and stand out on all that land, because Mama Earth is that land, and tell her you have a problem with it and you want the Most High to solve it for you. Promise you'll get your answer, I promise. Now, they're probably going to try to bury this, but it's going to ramp up on such a level and get so terrible that it's going to have to make the news. And that's why I laugh, because the Lord is greater than you motherfuckers. You newscasters and stuff, you will not exist going forward, but the Lord is greater than you. You can't put the story out before him. You understand? He is the story. So what's going to happen is that you're going to see outbreaks and outbreaks of roaches taking over these beautiful homes, right? And I dare you to do something about it. Get your exterminators. Get whoever you want, right? It's going to seem like by the day they're just multiplying and multiplying and multiplying, right? And you guys are going to find yourselves homeless, because now you're not even going to be able to stay in those beautiful homes, because you're going to see bugs every single second. Mark my words. And there's a few other things coming up, and I'm waiting for that particular thing. But I want you guys to understand that when I talk about my blessing to the heavens, they are my family. And that means that all of the heavens, right? All of the stars, right? All of the heavenly bodies that you think are heavenly bodies are actually being held by the hands of the heavens folks. And the great ones are my family. And so whenever you talk about doing a mission, see, because they're my actual family, and because they actually see me walk in this physical flesh, and they see my day-to-day, and they see how you see me in the day-to-day. I'm talking about those suppressors, right? Then they know that you have ambitions to do things that you shouldn't be doing, folks. See, you're going to be wiped out in the new day. So when you talk about some of these places you want to go and all of your science and what you have accomplished, and you got your chest stuck out, be prepared to get your motherfucking chest caved. You understand me? Because see, the place you want to go, I know the place you want to go, right? It's not an it, right? On a great one, he's a very great place to go. But you won't get to see it, right? Now, I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to do that soon coming up, right? And I'm saving it, right? I'm waiting for the Most High to give me word. Thank you, Bishop. I'm waiting for him to give me word, folks. And we'll pick this up. I'm not going to drag this out. It's starting to get dark, and I need to walk a little bit more and get back. But the narcissist is that person that has done all of these things, and now you're in a position where you can't pay your fucking bills. and you work every fucking day, so you're not gainfully employed. You're working every motherfucking day, and you're tired, and your feet hurt, and your back hurt, and you're exhausted and shit every fucking day. Just enough time to get home, get some sleep, to do it again on that hamster wheel, right? And you don't have enough money to buy food and put food in your mouth and put food in your children's mouths or anything. Just think about that. And then you watch these motherfuckers sit in a debate with nice suits on and their nice homes, which, by the way, they're going to be, you know, filled up pretty soon. In their nice, beautiful homes, and talk and argue about money to be spent on helping you when it's your money in the first fucking place that's funding their adventures. Think about it. And that's why you're dumb, because this is what you have conformed to. There's that word again. I don't love bad behavior, folks. I don't. Because a lot of us have bought into the bad behavior, right? And it's gotten us in a place where we can't even see the pain in other people and how other people are suffering all around the world society. And the best of those people in suffering are going to be blessed by God himself, by the Most High himself. And they will be delivered from this suffering and this slavery, folks. But if you're part of the shit that's going on in the trash, you got to be swept out with the trash. And I need y'all to get that, right? Ignorance is bliss, but when it comes to this type of shit, ignorance is no excuse for you. I need you to get that. If you have enough sense to do this or do that and move about in your days and make decisions, then you surely have enough sense to look around you and see all of the suffering that someone else has caused. And if you have not spoken out about it, then that is your position, folks. If you don't speak out about it in your heart, if you don't talk to God about solving it, then it's not something you see as a problem. And you're content with that boiling water until your flesh starts, you know, coming off your body, your frame or something, in that pot of boiling water. Oh, man. Thanks for the new subscriptions, folks. Y'all stay tuned to the next video. I'm going to get on back on my walk, and y'all have a good evening. We'll be talking soon. Take care.